YOLO, my fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 80 of The Best Blessed Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and today's topic is Gumbo is a gamble. I hope I don't ruin it. Before we get started, I want to thank you all for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, share, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and please pass them on to anyone you think that they could help. With that being said, daily inspirations are going to happen shortly. We're still going to be talking about the new challenges. I can rule the world. And every recipe I make with you, I make for the very first time with you. Okay, just wanted to keep you up to date on that. Okay, so I got the roux going. I'm going to give you the recipe here for everything. And we're doing it in the crock pot, so we don't have to sit here and monitor it all day. Glasses would be helpful. So, it is 1 red bell pepper diced. Trying to keep an eye on my butter here. 3 celery stalks diced. Everything's going to be diced. 1 onion, 28 ounce can of diced tomatoes, 1 package of andouille sausage sliced, 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, 1 pound of raw shrimp, 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, 1 teaspoon kosher salt, half teaspoon dried thyme, 1 teaspoon minced garlic, 2 cups of cooked rice for serving, and then the roux is 4 tablespoons of butter and a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour, which I'm working on right now. And then after you make the roux, you set that off to the side. And then you basically put everything into the crock pot except for the shrimp, because you don't want to overcook them. And you stir to combine. You either cook it for 6 to 7 hours on low, which we're kind of going to be too short of. So I'm going to be cooking it on high for part of the time, and then I think I'll reduce the heat down. Okay, so this is my butter. I melted and now bubbled. And don't worry, I'm going to get to those daily inspirations. I just want to get this started because I've never made a roux before. So this is my first time. And we're supposed to, basically we're cooking the flour. I got a little carried away there with the heat. So basically we're stirring in our flour. I think I actually browned my butter a little bit beforehand, which I'm not sure you're supposed to do, but that's what happened. So as you can see, I hope you can see, it's clumping together. I'll bring it over. It's clumping together. They said it should take about 4 minutes, which I really didn't time, but we'll say 3 now. Okay, to get it as dark as you would like it for the gumbo. Okay, the only thing I think I changed about the recipe was the fact I'm using bone-in, but I de-skinned the chicken thighs. And she also recommended leaving the shells on the shrimp so it would add more flavor. But the problem with that is that it's only in there for like 15 minutes. So what I did was, hold on. Oh no! What I did was peel them and then put my, sorry guys, I'm trying to pick up my mess here. It's off I'm supposed to be whisking this whole time. And, let's see, okay, it went pretty good. And put them in a cheesecloth, sorry, I got distracted, and then tied it up. So it can be in there the whole time without me having to search for all the peels. Haha. So we'll see how that works. So I think that's the only 2 differences. The one thing the recipe didn't mention was if you drained the tomatoes, but I'm not going to. I feel like you need a little bit of that sauce to really, bring it home. So this roux goes in at the same time as all the other stuff, but you just want to set it off to the side while you get everything else in the pan. doesn't really say how to do the seasoning. And I did mince a little bit of garlic as well as use minced garlic. So I didn't know which they meant. So I don't think mine's going to get much darker, which is okay. It's a good color. Not super, super dark. I think you'd have to go longer for that. Who's got time for that? Okay. So I'm going to say that's good. All my meat is in the sink here. I didn't forget about it, I promise. Doesn't say anything about spraying the pan, so I guess we're not really worried about it sticking. Plus you'll have all the good stuff at the bottom. I don't know if it works the same way. Okay, I'm going to leave that on for 20 more seconds at least. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the positive quotes I did for the week. This week's positive word focus was strength. So for the 9th, I said, for what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you find you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over again. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Okay, the next one is, we do not have to become heroes overnight, just a step at a time, meeting each thing that comes up, seeing it is not as dreadful as it appeared, discovering we have the strength to stare it down. Eleanor Roosevelt. Let me get this real quick. Yeah, we're good. Actually got a little bit darker. So I'm going to just whisk that darkness in. Oh yeah, baby. I did good. For my first time, oh yeah, she got good and dark. I think she started to get a little mad at me. No, not super burnt snow. Okay. Probably should have used a nonstick pan, and then I could have maybe gotten some fond off the bottom. So that's something I might think about for next time. Okay. The 11th was Sunday, my sister's birthday. Happy birthday again. We need women who are so strong they can be gentle, so educated they can be humble, so fierce they can be compassionate, so passionate they can be rational, and so disciplined they can be free. Kavita Ramdas. The 12th, I like feeling strong. It keeps my mental floor higher. Pink, the singer. My favorite. Okay, the 13th was Tuesday, and oh my gosh, I cannot speak today. The quote is, the kind of beauty I want most is the hard to get kind that comes from within, strength, courage, and dignity. Ruby D. Wednesday, the 14th, was Dalai Lama. Calm mind brings inner strength and self-confidence, so that's very important for good health. Dalai Lama. And I feel like I missed one somewhere. So when I'm on a break, I'm going to have to go back and realize what I did, because I don't actually have today's, or I'm filming on Wednesday, so I wouldn't have Thursdays. Okie doke. Yeah, I'm awake. All right, so here's my crock pot. So what happens now is, it says basically add all the ingredients but the shrimp. And then stir to combine and cook on low for 6 to 7 hours, or on high for 3 to 4. Okay. How do I feel about that? I don't know, but I feel like I should put all my meats in there and put the seasoning on that. That's my theory. So that the chicken isn't bland. So I'm going to put those in across the bottom. And then here's my little sack of shrimp shells. We'll see how it works. I'll keep you posted. And then remember, we're not putting the shrimp in, but we're going to put this in. But I'm not putting that in yet. I am, but I'm not. And now that I realize I'm not putting the shrimp in yet, I can put them back in the fridge. Okay. I should probably clean this off or put them on a... You know what? I'm not leaving them on this tray. No. I'm going to have to rinse them off. Oh, sugar beets. Okay. I'm going to pause for just a second. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I spilled big time. Okay, so in this little Tupperware container, I have all the seasoning. The Cajun seasoning, the dried thyme, the kosher salt, and the minced garlic is going to go in here. I want to get it on the meat, like I said, because chicken, I love chicken thighs. I use chicken thighs a lot. So it's not that I feel like there would be an absence of flavor so much as, you go there. I don't know. I feel like it needs to have its own. I'm going to flip it over and get the other side real quick, and then I'm going to flip them back. Just a little bit. There we go. Flip them back. I don't know, with that seasoned side up, you know, to begin with. And there's going to be stuff on the bottom, which I'm really excited about. Okay, let's get the other stuff in here so they'll get a little bit of the seasoning too. Oh, I got the sausage in here. I'm all over the place today, aren't I? I cut mine kind of big, the sausage. I don't know. I felt like it needed to have, I don't know, some big chunks. I don't like biting into little. Okay, and then let's do a little more. I mean, andouille is a pretty flavorful sausage. Press spicy, I believe. Okay, and then in here I have my minced onion and my I cannot speak today. I don't know what my problem is. This is my one onion, and I minced some garlic because initially I thought she meant, you know, like when you mince your own garlic, not dried minced garlic, which is what I put in the what's McDougal's seasoning. All right, then this is the 1 red pepper and the 3 celery stalks, which seems like a lot, but I don't know. I think it'll be okay. It'll add a lot of flavor. And then I'm gonna put this little bit on top of here, just so it's evened out. I know she said stir it around, but I feel like I evenly dispersed it. Okay, and then what I want to do, I do want to stir it. Is what I want to do. Oh, I gotta get my roux in here too. But I gotta put the. I put this in first. Look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. I did good, guys. I did good. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so the roux goes in. I don't think I ruined it. I just used regular flour because I didn't have any gluten-free all-purpose. And I felt like other flours wouldn't suffice somehow. I'm hoping I'm right on that. Okay, so then I got that in there. Ow, poopy head. Hey, watch out! And then 1 28-ounce can of tomatoes. And then we're going to give it all a stir. And I did juice and all. I want to give it a stir before I got some roux on the outside. Before I put the pouchy thing in. Because I want all the stuff to get good and distributed. Except for the chicken, of course. I'm just kind of mixing the top, and then I think I'm going to just find a little spot down here to plop my. Let's see if I can maybe build up around it a little bit. It smells really good. I think that's all we do, you guys. That took us all 14 minutes. Fun stuff, right? Maybe I'll come up with a dessert while we're sitting here. So, like I said, the shrimp I was rinsing off again because it's sitting with the chicken. Cooked either though. I'm gonna put them on something. Mr. Kitty, they've been waiting for their turn, and I forgot they don't get a turn right now. But take the towel gets you out of the last 15 minutes of your cooking time. Okay. So what I'm thinking I can do, I got some berries here. And I have pie crust. Maybe we'll come up with something. Okay. On the fly, you know. No big deal. Alright, so we have it all mixed together. We have our little sachet, if you will, of shrimp shells. Soxy Boy thinks he's getting some, I guess. But sorry, pal. I'm going to split the difference. 6 hours? Okay, that works. I forgot I had a 6-hour button. Not button, but yeah, button. Setting. Alright, so while I'm coming up with something to do with this fruit, I'm going to get cleaned up real quick, let my dog out because he's staring at me, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Hopefully I'll have something for you for dessert. Fingers crossed. Hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, I'm a crazy kook. I'm going to make a triple berry pie here. I should have measured everything out before I came back, but I just want to keep you posted on what was going on. So, in the microwave, I put my pre-made pie crust. I always have these on hand, and that did it. So now I actually probably made it too soft to work with. I'm going to let it sit for a minute while I slice my berries. You know, it's getting to the end of summer. Sad to say, but it's here, pretty much. The weather is changing by me already. I got some great raspberries though, but got 2 moldy ones. But I want to get rid of this fruit, not get rid of it, but use it wisely before you know, the summer fruit stops coming. Because it really is a different time of year when they're no longer in season and things like that, you know. So we're going to basically do what we've done before, which is make a kind of thickening sauce for our berries, and then we're going to pour them in our pie crust. And I have some streusel that I saved from the last time I made. I think it was the fruit pizza, to be honest. I've done a lot of fruit things this last year and a half, I think. But I want to get to the point that, you know, you can have a delicious fruit. I got way too much, but that's okay. I got a couple I gotta throw out. Maybe just one. Alright, so I am going to put you on pause again. Sorry, I came back a little too soon. Well, I ate my raspberries and go. Sorry. And get the ingredients ready for the pie that just came out of nowhere. I'll be back. I'm back! Crazy me. Alright, I'm getting my berries started. I looked up a recipe real quick on what to put in here. So I have my about, I don't know, 4.5 cups, 5 cups of the berries. I have blue, red, and straw. And I basically covered them with a 1/4 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I use brown. She said granulated. I'm more of a brown type person. She said you could use whatever sweetener you want, so I did. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I don't remember adding before. And then I have my slurry here, which is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So I'm supposed to let this go until it starts popping. I think they said 6 to 7 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer, see how accurate they are, while I'm trying to get my crust in. It's a little warm. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut the rest of the berries and put them in there. I mean, why not? Might as well get. It's already kind of gurgling, which is good. Let's see if I can get them in there fast enough. And it said medium, so I'm on 6. I don't know what people consider medium. And we're waiting for them to burst. Like now my blueberries, keep in mind, are super old. They're almost dehydrated, that's how old they are. But I'm like, who cares? There's no mold, there's no... Somebody use them. I can't believe how quickly this came up to a boil. I do hope I have enough liquids and such. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Ta-da! I'm so fast. Let me stir my slurry here real quick. And then I got my streusel, I don't know why I keep calling it strudel, out of the freezer from the last time I made the fruit pizza. Okay. Something's popping real quick, and I'm pretty sure, oh, no extra charge for the strawberry top in there. Okay, we'll see what happens. I want the berries to get a little, I don't know, a little softer. The raspberries are just falling apart, which I didn't expect. I don't know why. So I have the streusel for the top. And I'm going to just, I always have these pie crusts on hand. I usually have biscuits on hand too, which I thought about using. But I forgot I used them. And I didn't replace them when I was at Aldi. Okay. So we basically roll it out and press it up against the sides and hope for the best. I'm not trying to do any kind of lap over because this I think is a 10-inch pie pan for some reason. And I want to make sure I have enough on, whoop, I just stuck my finger through it, on all the sides before I start, you know. I'm not doing anything fancy because I don't have anything that goes up over the side really. It's all kind of just, which is fine. I just find that that part gets burnt anyway. I mean, I obviously don't know how to set up my pie crust evenly is one thing, right? Oh, we're going to town over here. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of juice. A lot of juice. Oh, this would be nice. And we got 3 minutes left. Now, I don't know, maybe mine's taking less time because I like my raspberries shouldn't be falling apart, but they are for some crazy reason. So I'm just gonna tuck it under if there's any excess on one side so that it's all even with the edge, kinda. Because we're gonna have the streusel, so we don't really need like an edge. I like a little bit to break up the monotony of how sweet the pies are usually, but I don't think these berries are very sweet. And I don't think adding that little bit of sugar is going to make that big of a difference, so I'm just going to press it up against there. Just make it look, I don't know what it looks like. I got to turn it on to 425. My oven I'm talking about, obviously. Oh, these smell so good. I think mine are done, to be honest. They're just falling apart. So now, what you do is you stir in your, oh, I gotta get my slurry going again. You get it. I'm gonna use my strawberry cutting knife here. Oh yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. Alright, so we wanna get this in here and ready to help thicken up our sauce. Alright. And then we're supposed to turn it down once we put that in, actually. And let this go for like 3 to 5 minutes, I think it said. But it really is just, they're disintegrating before my eyes. Alright, so I'm going to put it on 3. Let's see, how's it taste? Yummy. Alright, so we got the pie crust ready. We got the oven preheating. We got the berries cooking. All right. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the challenges because I think that's where we're at in this whole process. I hope, yeah, we're recording. We're only at 25 minutes, too, guys. I mean, I realize I paused for a few things, but you don't need to see me prep nothing. You know how to cut and all that good fun stuff. All right. And then we're supposed to cook it in the oven for like 45 to 50 minutes. Or 50 to 55. Somewhere in there. We'll work it out. I think I am going to chop some extra walnuts, though, for it. Just because I'm a nut girl. I love nuts. Okay. Gotta find my cookie sheet here. Okay, so I'm making some big moves. Some good sized moves are coming, for one thing. For second thing, let's go over or touch base about the three challenges this year. Are pay yourself first, and that is basically saying to you that as a person, if you don't take care of yourself first and you're taking care of others, you're basically running on empty and then some fumes, if you will. So I say take some time to take care of you, where it's just you, hopefully. You know, I'm not saying you have to not be doing something. Read, take a bath, go for a walk, go swimming, take a ride in the car, go check out a new, I don't know, something or other. But do something for you. And basically, then you'll want and feel as though if people respect that time for you, that you will be rejuvenated and be able to help as much as possible. That's the theory anyway. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm trying to get them chopped up pretty good because I don't want big honking walnuts on the top. I think my berries are probably done. I'm going to have to let them cool, I'm sure. Or the pie bottom's going to get all soggy. Let's see if we have enough of the stuff in there. Oh yeah, it's pretty nice actually. I wonder if I should, I didn't set a timer either. I think we're good. I wonder if I should add a little more lemon juice in. I don't know, it's popping pretty good. I'm just afraid it's so, let's see, maybe it's not been 5 minutes yet. Let's see, what's the time on here? 28 minutes. No, let's go a couple more minutes. I think I have a couple more minutes for some reason. Okay, so I have plans of things to come, and so I'm trying to get those taken care of. But I'm also talking about, you know, just giving yourself some attention, you know? Take yourself to a movie. I like to go for a walk park because it kind of helps with the next step in the whole challenges thing is the sentimental journal. Now, I thought when I started mine, which was I think I started mine on Friday. It might have been Thursday night. Either way, I said to myself, are you really going to have anything to write about? I mean, you can talk about, you know, certain things, but are you really, like, getting to the nitty-gritty or the whatever you want to call it? Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think we're good. Of the matter. So, I'm going to move this over and let it cool down because I don't think we should put it in a... Okay, why did okay, I thought my oven stopped at 290. Okay. To the nitty-gritty of the matter. And frankly, I was just worried that it was not going to... I mean, I don't want to preach something and then not have it work. Well, other than missing 2 days over the weekend, of writing, and I kind of compiled that into the next day. Did I miss 2 days? Anyway, doesn't really matter. I compiled them into the next time I wrote. I basically covered the whole, 3 days or whatever. And what I found was that without even realizing it, I was writing words down. And I'm not sure where they came from. I don't know if you guys have this. If you do or don't, I'm wondering if I should be a little more worried about the situation. But frankly, it was just like, pouring out, It was the weirdest sensation to think that I had all this to say, and yet it really didn't seem like it was all that important until it came out. Does that make sense? Oh, by the way, I added a little bit of liquid. I don't know if I was on camera when I did that because I paused for a bit. I added about, a 1/4 cup of water. Because you know what? Hold on a second. I gotta put you on pause again. I think I forgot to write something down. I'll be right back. Whoop. So yeah, 2 cups chicken broth. Can you believe I forgot that? So it's going in. Oi. I'm like, I know this looks too dry. Oh. All right. You know what? I'm gonna put it on super high just to get started, to get caught back up where I was before. Unbelievable. All right, let's see how our berries are looking. I got them all over my pants, so they better be doing great. Oh, goodness. Yeah, they're pretty warm. We might have to wait a bit before we make this, but okay. So the sentimental journal. Crazy, guys. What is happening? Like, I don't know where these words are coming from. I don't know who is saying these things, but I feel like a crazy person sometimes when I'm writing things down. But in all actuality, I'm seeing something emerge, if that makes any sense at all. I'm seeing things that, while didn't make sense in the process of writing them down, rereading them and looking back at them is just, it blows my mind. And it's very inspiring. And it helps me to stay motivated. I do it at night before I go to sleep. I feel like it might take a little bit of the stress off. A lot of times when you're laying in bed, what pops into your head is everything that either went wrong that day, or things that have been hanging over your head for a while that you're worried about or stressed about, or, all those things culminate and keep you up at night. So I feel like writing them down, at least I feel like I'm telling the universe as a whole that, hey, I'm really stressed about this, or I'm finding it hard to sleep because of something, or whatever the case may be. It's helpful to just kind of talk it out, but you're not saying anything. I know. So I really strongly urge you to do this journal. It is very therapeutic, cathartic, motivating. Like I said, it gets me thinking about the next step. And as I'm walking through each process, I'm basically walking you through each process. Each year so far has been a stepping stone to the next level of wherever we're headed. So your Best Plus life, which is what I've been talking about since day one, is going to look different than my Best Plus life. I want to live in the country, but maybe you're somebody that wants to live in the city. So what I'm saying to you is, write it down. You'll be surprised what comes out. Maybe you thought you were a city girl all this time, and maybe you want something a little bit more rural, but not, so far out that you're, detached from everything. So I don't know where, like I said, I'm mind boggled, and the only thing I can say is try it. And the thing about what I do is I don't turn the TV off, I don't turn the lights off, I just sit down and I start writing. And that's it. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, you know. And then strength in mind and body. I'm going to ask you to kind of think about not just exercising your body, but exercising your mind, challenging it to puzzles and games and cards. And walks surprisingly help with memory. So we should all be walking out there. And just keep in mind that your mind controls your body. So anytime you're thinking about a process before you actually put it to good use, so to speak, let it culminate in your brain for a little while. Like, you can think about other things. Don't be like SpongeBob in the fancy restaurant. I don't know why that just came to my mind either. Kids love SpongeBob. So, when Squilliam, I think his name was the fancy version of Squidward. You know, he dressed in a smoking jacket. And he bought the Krusty Krab, or at least rented it out. I think he bought it. And he hired SpongeBob. And he's like, all I want you to do is think about fancy. So he forgot his name and everything. I feel like that's what happens when I write, is that regardless of what is going on around me, I can focus on what I'm saying because they're my own thoughts. Now, if I was trying to write somebody else's thoughts down or trying to convey somebody else's thoughts, I would have to focus a little bit more. But for the most part, it's just a matter of, I don't know, does she say you have to let it cool? I kind of want to get this up. I want to get this show on the road. Let's see what it says. Stir together. Whoa. Don't lose it. Let me put my glasses on here real quick. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Cook 3 to 5 minutes. Room and let cool to room temperature. Grrr. Now she suggests you can swirl it into a cheesecake, which would be kind of fun. Bake it in a pie. Come on, I want this to go faster. Okay. Anywho, so think about what I'm saying. I feel like they all kind of work together in that the sentimental journal will help you to strengthen the mind, remembering things. Maybe you're not writing things down right away. Challenge yourself to remember what happened throughout the whole day, throughout the whole week. Maybe you're somebody that doesn't write every day. You know, challenge yourself to remember what happened for the whole, week or what have you, so that you're thinking about other things. I'm not saying multitask. I'm just saying recollect things more often. Sit and focus. I don't know, I call it taking like little pictures with your brain. This thing is coming off, it's driving me nuts. Taking little pictures with your brain to get yourself to think about more like a longer time frame, if that makes any sense. I know we think about life in little snippets from one thing to the next, but I know I'm walking into the next room going, why the hell am I here? And I know that happens to a lot of people. There's something to do with walking through a doorway that's supposed to, like, I don't know, erase your memory. I don't remember what culture believes that. But it's just a matter of trying to, or, if you're a math person, I'm not. But if you're a math person, maybe you take the time to, challenge yourself to math problems. Or I have some finances you could look at that might challenge you. I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, like, think outside the box. Do something different. When you exercise your body differently, that challenges your brain too. It challenges your brain to go, oh wait, we've never done this before. I don't know where to start. But your brain is also the first one to tell you, hey, you're tired, put that thing down. So if you didn't have a brain, we'd be dead. But if your brain didn't actually make your body move, your body could move forever. Like if you wanted to do bicep curls, like until you realized you were doing it and wanted to do something else, your brain is the one telling you, hey, I'm done. Put that thing down. I'm tired. So do something different. Do something motivating. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying skydive. Or if you're not a bike rider, maybe go for a bike ride. Maybe you borrow someone's bike, or you have a bike and you just haven't used it in a while. Things of that nature. Break out of the norm. Like, I want to do that. I'm going to try harder to be not just in the moment, but like in my area, in my surroundings. You know, you can be aware of people and things moving, but a lot of times we're not aware of just the things that are sitting right next to us, and we're kind of avoiding. Like, I've been trying to organize my house since I moved in 20 years ago. I'm not even kidding. No, I got most of it organized, but the thing of it is, the kitchen got redone like 10 years ago, don't get me wrong. But I just recently feel like I've got it set up where I kind of like it. There are things I'd love to change. But now I'm breaking out of my shell, and I've now done the laundry room, the basement, the bathroom, some of the bedroom, some of the living room. So there's still garage. I started the garage, but there's still a lot of garage to go through. I found report cards yesterday from when I was in like 2nd grade. And it's exciting to see, but they were moldy and I had to throw them out. Anyway, so that is what I'm finding is happening. So writing stuff down isn't always as traumatic as we think. We always go through this, let's see how hot it is. It's not really bad. That pot itself is still hot because of the fact that it's sitting on an oven that's hot. So this should be interesting if I can get it in here. But I think it thickened up pretty good. Pour it in there. Oh, it is still pretty toasty. Oh well. It's getting cooked anyway, right? Let's get all those yummy yummies on the bottom. It thickened up pretty nicely. Get it spread out. Wow! You know, I put my finger all the way to the bottom and it was not hot enough to be steaming, and yet here it is, steaming. And I think I'm just going to start cooking it because I don't want it to soak through too badly through the crust. Man, I got blueberry, oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So it didn't fill up my crust as much as I was hoping. But we're going to do the crumble here. I think I'm going to start adding the walnuts too. So we'll do little handfuls of each of them and figure out what the strategy is. Besides letting them fall all over the place and shoot across the room. I don't know, fruit and nuts go well together as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Remember, this is just the walnuts. This isn't the other crumble part yet. Okay, and then here's our crumble that I saved from last time. It's in perfect shape. I love it. I'm going to do that more often. And I have plenty. Remember, this one's got this is the one with the oats in it too. It's got oats, brown sugar, flour, something else. I'm trying to get it as close to the crust as possible. The edges, I mean. Not easy to do. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, this smells so good. I'm so excited. Alright, guys. I'm gonna get this in the oven. I can't wait for it to start, like, coming through the top. Okay, we're all in. Okay, so this spurred out of nowhere, but this is how I roll. I mean, why not? You got the time, you got the ingredients, you don't want them to go bad, so just do it. I mean, I got it everywhere, but hey, you know. Alright, so this is going to go for, I think it said like 45. I'm going to check it after 40, because mine's not filled as much as hers was, I don't think. And I pray to goodness that it gets cooked enough so that it doesn't sog through the bottom. Okay, so we're going to do the 40 minutes. I'm going to get cleaned up here. I'm going to take a break so you don't have to watch me do all that fun stuff of cleaning out. Because I'm sure y'all are much cleaner cooks. Alright, I'll be back to show you the end result. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, the pie is almost done. You're going to have to check back with me about the gumbo. So if you're not following me yet on Instagram or Facebook, check me out. I'm on Facebook at Kristin Haas, KristinHass, 1 A, 2 S's. And then on Instagram, I'm the Best Blessed Life. Not I'm the Best Blessed, at the Best Blessed Life. So therefore, I will try and post. I've already made the 2 cups of rice, so it's ready to be snarked down. And remember to add your chicken broth. 2 cups of chicken broth that I completely just must have glossed over when I was writing down the recipe. So, not much did I change on this one. I used bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, but I did take the skin off before I put them in the crock pot. And what else? Oh, I used the minced garlic, like the dried minced garlic, and I used actual like minced garlic, grated garlic. And I think that's it. And I made a pie. What? Yeah, I'm cuckoo like that. Oh, and then I did the little satchel of the shrimp shells. So it's in there cooking with the other stuff, instead of just getting that last 15 minutes of cook time. So it is about to burl over, but I don't care. I love fruit pies when they do that. They kind of eke out the sides. Can you tell I love fruit? It's weird. I love fruit in things. I always have to kind of have it in things. I mean, I'll eat an apple, but I'd rather have apple pie or apples in my yogurt granola combo or what have you. Same with like strawberries and blueberry. All the berries I love in like a kind of yogurt parfait type dealio. I call them granola bowls. But and then remember we touched on these new. Where am I at on here? I'm blocking them. That's what I'm doing. I keep going the wrong way. So remember we have these new challenges. I'll get it right. You know, if you were in my kitchen, you would think I was pointing at the wall towards the basement. So I'll have to remember that. Pay yourself first. And I'm hoping I have them in some sort of order. And it should cycle itself. So if you strengthen your mind and body, you'll appreciate yourself enough to pay yourself first as far as giving yourself energy, giving yourself time off, you know, ordering food instead of making it, doing something simple like this, ha ha ha. And then, you know, in order to like feel better, you know, you want to write it down, make it known. You know what it does? It validates your feelings without having anyone to tell you they're wrong. I think that's the most gratifying part about the whole thing. It's like writing a letter to someone that you're never going to send, but you know those feelings are valid. They mean something. So that's what the sentimental journal. I was and in my head I have that song. That's why I named it that. It has become quite the exercise I enjoy. Like, it really does stimulate my brain without me really having to focus too much on what I'm saying. I don't have to curtail, because I'm pretty straightforward type person. If I don't want to, or if I can't say anything, I don't usually talk. So, to put them down in a journal and get them off my mind leaves so much space for such creativity and imagination. So going forward, I'm hoping the shows get more and more challenging. I think making a roux, although simple ingredients, can get intimidating. But once you try it, it's not. It's no different than browning butter, which I did accidentally before getting the flour in there. But I think it'll work out great once you remember to add the chicken broth. But other than that, this pie is done. I'm going to show you it real quick before it spills. It's trying to escape is what it's trying to do, but it doesn't know. It has nowhere to go. It's going to be eaten. Hopefully once it cools off, it will stiffen up some more because it's still pretty jiggly. What did I do? I did 40 minutes, right? I don't want to cook it too much longer because the crust is done. And I think once it cools off, it will, no, now I made it so you can't see it. It will, there we go. I'm gonna leave that oven open, it feels nice. I did end up having to put a cookie sheet under there because I was afraid it was gonna spill over. This actually spilled in, but down between the crust and, I'm gonna show you, down between the crust and the pie plate. Can you see it? See that drip? It's not on the outside. I'm so talented that way. This looks so and smells so good. Okay, so hopefully later I'll be able to give you pictures. If I remember, last time I forgot for the beef tips. They were so good, by the way. So, gumbo and berry pie. Hello. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you go. Hopefully I got it in under an hour. I'm working on it, I really am. But, I guess I'm done. And with that being said, I forgot to turn off my dishwasher to talk to you, so I hope you can hear me. Have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best blessed life. Thanks for watching. Bye.